This is a test box to show the ARDF capabilities of BYONICS PicCon controller. This is on the CW 80-meter style operation, where it actually sends the keying signal out when the audio is running. You can see the PicCons are waiting, blinking on standby in the background. The test box. Switching to 4. And again. You can see the standbys. This is for an 80-meter transmitter, so when you're in CW mode, it keys it every time it beeps. This is with the jumper for the transmit audio and the transmit line, which are pin 1 and pin 3 on the DB9. The jumper is open. The audio line is separate from the transmit line. And the 80-meter feed is taken off of the pin 3, which is a transmit key. This is this is on B Bravo 5. The setting is 02 for this to go to the CW version of it. When you go back to the FM, when you go into the 2-meter transmitters, you turn B5 back to 00. You turn B5 back to 00 so that when this comes on, it doesn't blink like this, but it comes on and stays on solid, and then sends the tones out to the FM transmitter. I'll show that in a little bit, but I've got to put the jumpers back on, so it's a open the cases, put the jumpers back in, and then you can use it with walkie-talkies. If you leave them open and you do it with 2-meter, if you've got 5 mobiles out in the field, you can use it that way. I'll go through cycle on this until it gets down to 5 and then switches back to 1. And then I'll stop it, put the jumpers back in, and show you what the solid part looks like. This is all with BYONICS PicCon controllers. There's 5 of them. These can be remote controlled by DTMF tones too. So you can turn these on and turn them off by remote. If you have 2-meter, the receive on the 2-meter can be tied into your handheld's audio coming out or your mobile's audio coming out. if you're doing an 80 meter, the best thing to do, or at least that I can figure out, is to make a test box like this, have all of the audio jacks off each one of the 5 PicCons tied together, and send it a single command to the DTMF to activate and coordinate all of them at the same time. Okay, I'm going to switch from the CW version to the FM version. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, I put B500 in, and I'll do a 1 to start it, see if it does it. Each channel on this, or each unit, will run for 1 minute, or almost 1 minute, and it'll give a Morse code ID. And then it'll switch to the next one. Sorry. Sinus drainage tonight. Okay, break time real quick. We'll open up one of the PicCons, show you the jumper inside for the handheld. You have the jumper open for a mobile radio and have it closed for a handheld, for most handhelds. BYON's got information on which way the jumper should be set on his website. Show you a little more on the test box once I get everything set up, so take a step by, we'll be right back. Okay, the jumper or switch between the mobile radio and the handheld is right here. This is a volume control for the audio tones going out when you're doing FM. Okay, well right now, with it pulled off, pin 3 on the DB9 feeds the transmit of the receiver or the transceiver. So when this goes to ground, goes on down through the system, keys to transmit. When you've got the jumper in, it ties the audio line and the transmit line together, and the handy talkies will use that system instead of just the straight transmit key. So all you're doing is you're putting the header on both pins instead of just one pin. Okay, with this setup, or the audio and the transmit line to be together, I've taken number 1 off of the set box. So the one that used to be, the one that was red, will skip and you'll hear the audio out for number 1, and then the rest of them will still be on the lights. Let me back up and we'll bring this thing back on, and hopefully I can get this thing to work, and hopefully you can hear it. That's the audio. That's the audio from the handy talkie. Okay, comes off of 1, and now it goes to number 2 on the box. This is what I said. When you're in FM mode, the channel key's continuous because the audio is being sent as a tone across the FM radio. In CW mode, it has to key the transmitter, then the transmitter creates the tone through the receiver on the other end. Going to 3, it'll do MO, MO1, MO2, MOE, MOI, MOS, which is what we're on right now, MOH, and MO5. So MOS is the one that's the green one right now. Just switched over to 4. So this is MOH. The HT that I'm using is one of the Elenco VHF handy talkies, low power. They're about 300 milliwatt on high power, about 150 to 180 on low power. Little flip up antenna, and for short range operation, small park operation, hopefully these will do the trick. I have not had these out in the field yet. This is all built up and currently in storage till I can get some people interested in this thing. And we're on 5. And it's over to number 2. And it'll go through cycle. 5 minutes on the cycle. For a homing beacon, you can take a Tiny Tracker 3, replace the Tiny Tracker chip with a Pocket Fox chip that you can get from BYON, and For the FM version of it, you can make an MO and a call sign for a homing beacon. You can use that on FM. For 80 meter, if you can get an old master keyer or something similar to it, a master memory keyer that you can program in the MO and the call sign, then you can set an 80 meter beacon. I've got one buried in the back that I picked up at a Hamfest, and once I program it up, then I use it for the homing beacon. BYON has got 0, or has got 1. Yeah, I think it's 1 through 0 as far as the MO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. If you're doing Sprint, that gives you the 10 boxes, but it doesn't give you the spectator beacon, and it doesn't give you the homing beacon. So you've got to have 2 additional beacons along with the 10 boxes. For Classic, what you could probably do is use one extra of the regular controllers, and just program in 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, whatever. Use the first 5 for the regular boxes, and then the extra one for a homing beacon. That's pretty much the whole video. The only thing really that you're doing as far as the audio coming in is you're taking the headphone jack output off of one of the radios, putting it into the back of the test unit. The other five plugs are just paralleled along with it, so everybody gets the same signal at the same time, and that's your coordination. And that's it. I can hold it up here. That's what it is. They're PicCon controllers, BYONICS, and they're a pretty decent little unit. They're an easy build, and that's all I got. Okay, I'm done. Bye.